Hello everybody, this is Sil from the Battlebards podcast. The Battlebards believe that there's two kinds of players in the world. Those who already love video game music, and those that will after listening to our show. Battlebards is the world's first and only dedicated MMO music podcast, and you can find us over at battlebards.libsyn.com, where we discuss and rate soundtracks on a bi-weekly basis. See you there, and thanks for supporting the TGN network.
Right?
This is the MMO Show, episode 21, recorded on Wednesday, December 30th, 2015.
Totally.
Is that what you meant?
Totally.
Awesome.
All right, party people.
We're playing as life allows on podcasting about it. It's the MMO Show.
That's not good.
No.
We ready?
All right, ready?
Welcome to the MMO Show, episode 21. On this episode tonight, we have your usual hosts. We have Jason without a cam.
That's right.
We have Steve with a cam.
Yep.
And
Call me your cam girl.
Oh, camera slurms.
we don't actually have Brent, but I put a picture of him up anyway because I'm not redoing the layout.
Hi, Brent.
This is where he would say hi, but he's not here.
No
so.
camera, no show, Brent.
And I am
We'll
Shannon.
insert our own beeps.
Yeah. Those of you joining us for the audio portion don't care about the cams anyway. So there you go.
You're not missing much.
Yeah. No, it's just us talking. So it's pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
Mhm.
So let's see.
Hey,
What?
it's been a while.
It has. We
This
missed.
is the holidays.
Oh, holidays. So many holidays. We were trying to actually record last Saturday because we missed last Friday because it was Christmas, and families would have flipped out if we were like, no, we've got to do a podcast.
We've got to spend, like we would tell a family, we've got to spend the holidays with our loved ones. All of our listeners.
That would
Aw.
have been true, but we would have been in a lot of trouble with our families. So we did not do that. We tried to do it Saturday, but Jason threw his back out due to holiday-related injuries. So
Yeah.
he was a mess.
Trying to get down that chimney.
Oh, holiday porkings.
It was
Isn't that?
no, wasn't that. He's just an old man. And
Yeah.
so anyway, he was having trouble getting up and down the stairs, and his computer is downstairs, and it was just like he was going to be really, really not wanting to do the show anyway. So
Yeah, it would have been me just really pathetic and bitchy and irritable.
yeah, like it was so bad he slept in the recliner in the living room because it was the
Ouch.
only way he could be comfortable. So I opted, to hang out with him and kept him company because he was out of the loop pretty much.
Doing good now, though?
Yeah, it's doing better. I went to the doctor, got some muscle spasm medicine, and on the mend.
Good.
Yeah, he's fine.
Went for a run yesterday. Felt a lot better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just
Thoughts
out.
and prayers were appreciated. I liked all the flowers that people sent.
You like that
No.
e-card?
That
Yeah.
you sent. That meant a lot. That big bouquet you sent helped me.
Yep.
The chicken noodle soup that you made.
Yep. It
Yep.
was for your soul.
So Slurms, you didn't want a podcast anyway on the 26th. You were busy for most of the
Yeah, I
day.
was
You weren't even
getting
sure you were going to
home.
get home. Yeah.
I did get home in time, but I was very tired after that.
Sorry.
It was a long day of playing with children and wrangling and opening gifts.
Yeah, you'd have been irritable too then.
I was, I would have been tired
Yeah.
and sounded probably like normal. I'm always tired.
And irritable.
So very
And you're-
tired.
So very tired.
So
All the partying.
so I emailed and called it like the last minute kind of, so I apologize for that, but we didn't
No big deal.
get to it. Yeah, and so but we kept up tonight. Hooray. But I don't know if Brent remembered.
Eh,
No, I don't think so.
It'll be all right. We'll get through
maybe
it
he's
anyway.
still opening gifts.
He might be. He may have had a very
He might
Merry
be
Christmas.
still like he might be sending me like in the process of mailing me some good,
He had to get
Yep.
stamps though, and yeah,
which he can do.
but he
but,
doesn't like to.
Part of his he might be sending me some get well cards and whatnot.
A lot of people probably use his service to do that.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I think
Fan mail.
My sickness was the best thing to happen to Brent's business.
It might be. It might be true.
Yep.
So you obviously are under the influence to think such thoughts. What are you drinking?
What do you mean? What does that mean? What am I drinking? I'm
Yeah.
drinking Not Your Father's ginger ale.
Ooh, fancy.
Not your daddy's ginger ale. Which
Is it good?
It is really good.
Yeah.
Have you had it yet?
I have not. I'm not a huge lover of ginger ale, though.
I'm not either. Like, it's okay.
I like ginger
Yeah.
ale.
But this tastes really, really good.
Huh.
I'll have to give it a shot.
You probably won't like it because he likes it.
Yeah, that's classic Slurms.
Yeah. Slurms, what do you got tonight?
I have a very large Coney Island hard root beer.
You got like a 40? Very
I-
large.
Do you have
Very big,
a tall boy?
like on my hand.
I don't know how big your hand is. Give me a banana. Oh God.
No, it was in like a holiday gift pack that came with like glasses. My wife got it for me because she knows I like the stuff. It's a couple beers in there at least.
Cool.
They should make a 40s of Not
Root
Your
beer?
Father's.
They should.
It's kind of like pop, so you just get it in 2 liters, right?
Oh,
I'm
really
a
confuse
genius.
the kids.
I'm so smart.
I want them to get like really like as kind of the trashier that gets, like selling it in 2 liters or whatever, have like the name just get like more trashy. Like instead of Not Your Father's, it's like it goes to Not Your Daddy's, then it's like a 40 is Daddy, you're too big for me.
Oh God. Okay.
We're gonna keep going?
No.
Is that the end?
No. Yeah, we're done now. Thanks for joining us on the MMO show this evening.
Shannon,
Uh-huh.
what are you drinking?
I have a Merlot.
Yeah.
But I did have a couple of beverages at dinner. We went out to Atwater at the park. And Atwater is a brewery in Michigan. They have
Really?
a brewery in Detroit, but went to Atwater at the park is actually in Grosse Pointe, which is north of Detroit. And for those of you familiar with Grosse Pointe Blank, Grosse Pointe, that's where we went. So,
Did not see John Cusack or
no,
me.
we did not. It was really sad. Minnie Driver was not there either. But it's really neat. It was
She might have been like one of the people
maybe hanging
She was
out.
serving.
It was an old.
begging for food.
It was really nice. It was this old church that they redid as a brewery. So it was
That's
kind of
cool.
yeah, it was kind of cool. Kind of atheist, I guess. Kind of cool. Or maybe it's super religious. They
Yeah, you
just
don't
really
know.
worship their beer that much.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Every beverage comes with crackers.
I saw a pastor giving service at the bar.
I don't think that's what he was
But-
doing. We had a good time. Jason kept ordering a lager, but the waiter kept bringing him a water. So
Yeah, it was to the point where the last time I saw him bringing a water, but it wasn't to me. But I was like kind of under my breath, "Don't you do it! Don't you do it!" Like as he's walking up. But he gave it to the next table. Then he brought me a beer.
yeah, but he brought you over because Steve ordered it for you.
He ordered for me.
I
yeah.
told you have to enunciate better.
I tried. My nephew ordered one and he got it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you were mumbling.
I guess.
Lager, water. I don't know.
It's all the pain meds.
Maybe mixing the pain meds with the beer
I actually
wasn't a good
wasn't on
idea.
any, but
No,
but-
yeah, I know.
responsible.
Hmm.
You guys
Have you
buying
guys
that?
been playing anything?
Well, being the holidays,
That's why I asked.
I've had
'cause
some
the
time
holidays.
off, but I've been doing some stuff. But what I actually did is kind of more cheating on MMOs. My son, for one of his presents, I bought him one of the Minecraft Realms, which is like
Yeah.
a server you buy through Minecraft, but in like I don't know how many you can whitelist on. I think it's only like 25 people, but then only 10 people can play on it at a time. So they're very small, but they don't cost that much. And they're really reliable. And because it's through, I just kind of rent it through the actual company. I don't really have to worry about anything. Like,
through Mojang.
Yeah, like security and stuff. Like I don't have to worry about people hacking into it. Like that's their problem, right? Like I don't have to worry about anything.
Well, yeah.
So I set up the
You're paying them
whitelist.
for that service.
Yeah, so I set up the whitelist, and I also went and I researched a good seed for like beginners because a lot of his friends, I mean they're like 11, but 10 and 11, and so a lot of his friends play like creative or survival, kind of a mix. So I just let our son have admin capability so he can set people up as a creative or survival. I don't care what they do, right? Like just go ahead, do your thing. And then I set up their starter world so that they spawn into a village that I surrounded with a fence and tons of light so that where they spawn in is safe, and they have horses in there with the stable I built, and they have another portal that goes right to another fortress. And I don't know if any of you know anything about Minecraft, but that's really cool. Made a mine going all the way down to bedrock, and a couple roads out to a couple other villages that were really close by. So it's a really cool little starter setup for them. And I told them anything else they want, they just pretty much have to build at this point. And I'm out. I'm done. I put a whole bunch of, I mean, I made a enchanting, like one of the little village buildings is like an enchanting table area, and another one's like a brewer table area. So like they have tons of stuff set up ready to go. Just log in
So is
and
he
play.
digging it? Is he enjoying having the keys to the castle?
I haven't. He has admin, but he hasn't. He doesn't have the list yet of what he can do. But it's not that big of a deal. Like him and his one friend, like they just got on yesterday, because it took him a while to call his friends and get him to call him back and get the the names, and it's like this whole ordeal. So I got the names. They got whitelisted, but like right now he's playing. Yeah, he played yesterday.
He's a
played
guild
today.
leader in training.
Kinda,
Right.
running a little server. Yeah, and I told him he can invite. I made a list for him, and I told him that how to get his friends' names and their Minecraft name, and I asked him to get their phone numbers, and I told him that he can take that to school and just ask everyone in his class, and I told him he wasn't allowed to exclude anyone. And he has a few.
Except for that one kid, the one.
No.
We all know who.
Yeah.
So then he also has a few friends too, like from his previous years in classes. They're not in class this year, but he's gonna ask them
sure.
too. And so yeah, so he's been having a really good time with that.
How long is it until he takes up the mantle of his mother and starts a Twitter account for the Minecraft server?
I don't know. I don't know about that. He doesn't have a Twitter, so I don't know.
He tries to get. Okay.
Everything's
Guys, you gotta
taken.
borrow your parents' phones and download Twitter.
Not really MMO related, but it was holidays, and that's the gaming I did.
Was setting up gaming for your child.
Yeah. And he's been really cool about it. I promised him I wouldn't be on the server at all, but he's been like, no, he's like, come play with me. So I was like, kind of trying to explain to him, like, your friends aren't
Hey,
gonna.
you're in.
I was like, your friends aren't really gonna want to play with your mom, and he's like, I don't
I'm
care.
the cool mom.
No, yeah, that's what I don't want to be. I was like, no. But I do have it. I have it under my account because it's my credit card number paying for it. And I do want to keep an eye on the whitelist. So, if someone's not on the list he gives me of his friends, like I want to know, like, okay, who is this person that's on there? So that's the only thing I want to make sure that it is a safe environment, that we know everyone that's on the server, and that's all.
Cool.
Yeah. Sorry, that was long and not MMO related at all. I apologize.
It's what we're here for.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's probably plenty of people that like Minecraft is kind of like their MMO. It's their social.
I don't think
gaming.
anyone that is an MMO player would consider Minecraft an MMO.
No, I'm not saying they would. I'm saying there's a lot of people that kind of fills their social gaming like that has for you. You were someone who
I have
not into single player games. You're an MMO player, and then this kind of.
But I get that itch for Minecraft once in a while, and I like survival mode, and I do play on it's an adult only Minecraft server.
Minecraft After Dark.
No, it's called crafttheory.net. Check out the website.
They should call it the other
It's a
thing.
real simple application. We are looking for more active people. Pretty much everyone that plays on it is like a YouTuber type of, but you don't have to be.
Right.
So if you are a grown up and you are interested in playing with other grown ups with Minecraft, come check out that server. We're doing fun stuff.
This
all the
is
time.
way too much Minecraft conversation for the MMO show. Jason, what have you been playing?
Well, I think what Steve was getting at is none of us have been doing a ton of MMOing. I've been playing some
Yeah.
Guild Wars still, like a little bit every day,
Yeah.
leveling up in Necro.
I like once Christmas hit and I got all my new toys and stuff, I like totally stopped playing Guild Wars 2 for like the past week now. I logged in a couple times to get rewards. I think I did the Winter's Day jumping puzzle a couple times. I may be in a holding pattern with the game now until just until the next Living Story season stuff happens.
Cause I just got 2,000 gems as a Christmas present, so I'm all excited.
Did?
Yeah, so I'm
Awesome.
all super excited to get back in game and play again. But I was busy setting that up for Matt. So
I asked for a gem card for Christmas and nobody got me one.
Sons of
Bastards.
bitches.
But I got a bunch of other stuff. So
I'm sorry, Steve. I got
That's
2,000 gems.
somebody gave it to you instead of me. But do you have plans for those 2,000 gems?
I'm getting outfits. Stupid girly outfits. Does it
Alright.
make you sick? Am
No,
I
I've
am I
bought a
wasting
couple
them?
outfits with them.
I haven't bought an outfit since they weren't outfits. So
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
No, and now like I'm at the point where I have purchased a couple, and I think I'm good. There's no other. I don't want keys, and there's nothing much else that I want. But I want more bank space so
That's-
bad.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna buy like an outfit and then I'll probably spend it all on bank space. Like
Yeah.
what I
I'm
want
kind
to
of at
do.
utility stuff now.
I've
for me.
already
Yeah.
spent it. I've already upgraded once or twice the actual stack limit.
Yeah,
And I
need to do
wanna-
that.
I'm
I was
gonna-
on the fence between that and an outfit at one time, and I regret the decision
did
that I
the
made to not
outfit,
do
didn't
that.
you?
I
Yeah.
But you
really-
look good.
Yeah, you look good.
But I look, but
With
no,
your full
actually,
pockets.
in actuality, the outfit that I bought, like, I don't even use at all because I like other like armor sets and stuff that I've gotten since then or
Yeah.
received since then. That
I
why did
kind of
do
want to
that?
get the thing I want with outfits is I kind of want to get outfits that go like I want the jungle safari outfit. So when I'm in like Maguma
Yeah.
jungle, like that I'm wearing that, and then like buy like the winter one. So when I'm out in the winter area, she's wearing that. Like I want it to be like totally silly that she has an outfit for everything she's doing.
Yeah, for every occasion.
But it's too expensive to actually do that like all the time unless you kind of just gather them, here and there. You can't just buy them all at once.
Over the years.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Steve, you said you're in a holding pattern. Did you finish the expansion storyline?
No.
And me neither, and I'm kind of just like, like I don't find the new zone fun. I've realized.
Oh.
I don't. I did the first, or was it Auric Basin was the first one I believe I liked, but it's with the day-night cycle stuff and how much of a pain in the ass it is to traverse.
Yes.
I can't
Doesn't
get
it-
myself to keep going back with my different alts.
It's just
and I
like
think I've moved around and-
overstimulation going anywhere.
Is
in
it
that.
easier
Yeah.
though once you get flight? Like I heard once you get flight, okay.
It's supposed to be, but like the grind to get it up to there, it's really putting me off.
Well, do you think part of the problem could be that you are doing it now after that big initial rush? Because I heard
I
it
did
was.
it with the initial rush.
Did
at
you?
first.
Oh, well, then I don't know what your deal is.
And as soon as I switched to it felt like as soon as I switched to any alt,
Mm.
like going back through that area is kind of tedious. And
So on the main that you have, do you want to finish the storyline? The character that you got furthest in that zone with during the rush. Do you want to finish the story on that character?
I want to finish the story on any character. I don't
Yeah,
really
me
care
too. Yeah.
which one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of my other thing is I don't know, I'm so scatterbrained when it comes to playing Guild Wars 2 that like then I got on this kick like after I had switched alts like for the second or third time and decided, okay, I'll go back and do it with this guy. I went back to my original character because I had this idea, hey, I'll do 100% map completion. because that's something I still never did and I want to do. And I'm actually pretty close. My ranger's at like 93% now, map completion. So it's like, it's something that's like, okay, that's what my goal is right now, is to go back in and do that. But then I got sidetracked by the Winter's Day stuff, which was fun. I don't want to miss it because it's only there for a couple weeks. But then I know that when I go back, I want to go back to doing my map completion, and then at that point, I'll probably go back and look at the Heart of Thorns content again. But then I'll be back at that situation of it'll put me off. So that's why I'm kind of figuring I'll wait until the new Living Story stuff happens, then I'll go back in, finish out what I was doing, and then start working on actually progressing through that story. So that's my idea.
Yeah, right now I'm at a point where I'm still liking playing, and I'm still logging in and playing some every day. But I kind of realized the other day that I haven't even thought about the new expansion in a while, because what I'm enjoying in the game is leveling up alts in the old land, doing dub v dub, and now since we've kind of done some PvP, messing with that. Like, I don't even think about the expansion stuff.
Actually,
no, I'm enjoying everything else.
Yeah.
I have a confession. All the Guild Wars 2 I've been playing, I haven't set foot in the expansion area yet at all. Ever.
Well, that makes sense for you.
I know I'm the worst, but
Well, yeah, I mean, it's how you enjoy the game, but
even with that all said, as much as I enjoy the game and as much as I've played it, I have a hard time getting myself to go back to that expansion content.
Yeah. It just seems like a chore, and
it is
such a bummer.
Is it because of the way the masteries are set up that it's a lot of work to acquire all the skills? Or
it's part. I don't think it's really that, because if the progression of it was fun, I wouldn't have a problem with any of that. But I don't like traversing any of that stuff. I don't like looking at a route and kind of going in the old land. That's fun to go explore. There's no fun in exploring this stuff.
Wow.
Because everywhere you go is a kill box, and I don't know.
Here's where it breaks down for me. I'm a person that in MMOs, I don't want to do something twice. There's a lot of people out there that will go through and do stuff multiple times.
Many times.
Guild Wars 2 is the weird exception for me, that I have multiple max level characters.
But it's because you can get there so many ways.
Right.
Yeah.
But not only that but also because I like the different mechanics between the classes. So I enjoy jumping around and I'm going to go toy around with a spec on this Necro. Oh, I'm going to go back and play with a spec on this Ranger. Because they're all various and fun, and typically in MMOs I find one or two classes that I enjoy, and everything else to me is blah. Yeah. But so mixing the fact that I do enjoy multiple characters in this game with having to go back through this content multiple times, and the fact that the content in the new area is a pain in the ass to get through, it just doesn't add up well.
And it's not fun. Where
it's
it was
fun
challenging and fun, no, that's absolutely right. When I go through it and kind of see stuff, it looks cool and I have fun doing it. But as soon as I have to go through it again, whether it's on another class or even
for the masteries to have to pretty much grind parts of the game to level them up,
and so it's designed to go repeat stuff over and over.
And that works for tons of people, just not me.
You you guys complaining about it makes me want to play. Like, I'm thinking, I really kind of want to go check that out, and I'll probably not like it just as much as you. But like you saying how bad it is, like, because I enjoy original Guild Wars 2 so much, like I can't believe they got it that wrong. Like,
how do you? Of it's right though.
Huh?
When you go through, I remember the first couple hours, I was loving it. It felt great.
Yeah, because both of you were saying great things about it at first, so this is a surprise to me.
To me, it does a great, kind of onboarding type thing where it sets you up. You're having fun. The story's moving pretty quickly, and then at some point, you're kind of just left to go explore. And after a while, that's when it kind of broke down to me.
But see, I don't like the story. I want to just leave me alone and let me.
You might like it then.
Yeah.
I mean, you should definitely check it out.
now I
I'm gonna
want
go
to.
back to it. I kind of just at this point, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wait until I feel the need to, because right now I'm enjoying my time playing other characters or with my, with my quote unquote main characters doing other
Yeah.
stuff.
Right now I got to get my ranger to 80, and then I want to head out there.
It's the
Check
only
it out.
MMO I'm playing right now, and I still I don't feel a draw to another one.
The one thing
I do feel a
hugely
draw,
positive
but-
note
Yeah.
about Heart of Thorns is it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
It is goddamn gorgeous.
Awesome. Awesome.
And there are some of the moments of flying and gliding feel really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really like that in Arcade.
Yeah.
I remember I would actually go out of my way to explore to the highest point in a zone in Arcade and then glide off the top because there was no limitations in that game anyway. Like you could jump off of anything and you could glide through a whole zone if you could, as long as you were high enough. So
Right.
I was kind of interested to see if it was similar in Guild Wars 2 because I really like doing stuff like that. But okay.
I have kind of been playing a different MMO,
What have you been
Sarah-
playing?
Destiny.
Is okay.
Yeah. That's, I guess, technically, yeah, that kind of is an MMO. So, okay, what do you think? It doesn't seem like
I
your
like
type of game.
no.
So, like,
I
from the
actually like it more than I thought I would.
Okay, which you didn't think you'd like it at all, right?
No, I didn't. Well, I played the
This is
beta.
this is the
but-
Xbox game, right?
No,
It's
it's on
on-
Xbox
I got it on
and
PS.
PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
playing on PS4.
console game. I apologize.
Yes,
It's not
console
on PC.
shooters. Console shooter MMO, so it's already got a couple
This is
marks
the one with
against
the really cool Led Zeppelin soundtrack, right? On the
In
commercials?
the commercial, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nothing
It
like
looks so awesome. I'm like, oh, I want to go in there with all my best friends and do all that stuff. And then Jason's like, it's on the console. I'm like, never mind.
and
Yeah.
that's kind of like not representative of the.
I wouldn't have any friends to go play with. So
No, I'm doing all solo stuff pretty much,
Yeah.
except for I did the first, I guess it's a strike mission. This is going to sound really dumb because I don't know the terminology, even though I just
Yeah.
played it like a day or two ago. But it was like a 3-player thing that you went into.
Yeah, it's
It
a
was
strike.
fucking hard.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I
that
was, like,
game, that game
really
is no
surprised.
joke.
No, I was very shocked with like the challenge because most of the game, like in the beginning, solo was pretty easy. I enjoyed the whole like feedback loop of the gear that you got, and it felt like you were always getting upgrades and then or getting items that you could go back and have examined so that you could then use.
it sounds
Um,
pretty boss.
It's yeah. It's
Mhm.
I mean if it
Jason,
plays
does
really good.
it sound
Huh?
kind of boss?
It does sound kind of boss. I've played it. It is kind of boss.
Yeah.
It's cool.
We're starting to use that term now.
Yeah. What? I don't think. What do you mean? Yeah, we're bringing it back.
Go ahead. Tell me about the game.
Okay. But no, the when I actually got into some of the multiplayer content, was surprised at how challenging it was. And then
Yeah.
right after that, like after like level 8 or whatever, some of the story missions started getting a little bit more challenging on top of that. So
Yeah.
my big complaint with it right now is how samey it all seems to be getting. Like
Yeah, no,
every
that's
mission
totally
it's
that
I'm
game.
going in, shooting my way into an area, finding something, and then having to stay in that spot and defend while there's an onslaught.
Based on the commercials and just the feeling I got from the commercials is that the fun of that game is your group. Like
Could be.
Yeah.
your buddies and your so and so's going in and doing crap, and like all right, and figuring out like those challenges to and like that's gonna be the fun of the game. Like it didn't seem to me that they were really selling the the boss challenges or the dungeon mechanics or anything like they were selling this group element and these party people going in there and
These people that love Led Zeppelin.
no, I didn't mean party people. I mean this party of people, I guess.
Oh,
And that was the experience of like we own this, and we're going in and taking this out. And it
Yeah.
was the group experience.
I was in kind of the same boat as you,
It's
Slurms,
I don't know.
up until I got to play some of the other stuff with like a friend of a guild and Baros and one of his friends, where we went through and kind of did some of the content and
Yeah.
kind of got to see more of the game and some of the bigger encounters, which were a ton of fun. But that's all dependent on you having a group to take you through it.
I could see that.
But I mean,
I
the
feel-
shooting mechanics are great in that game, and
Oh yeah.
there's something really powerful, like you said, about the gameplay loop of leveling up guns, and they have some good options of how you level up guns, and you can, it's the class stuff. It isn't as varied as I would like it to be, but it's fun. It's a game that I bought when it came out, and then uninstalled, and then reinstalled when Taken King came out, and spent a good solid month of logging in and playing every day.
Oh yeah.
And that I have not uninstalled from my PS4, which on my PS4 hard drive space is like a premium right now.
Oh, yeah. I
don't-
think I actually had to go through and delete a bunch of stuff to get enough space for the.
Yeah.
Jason,
that's
what happened to you trying to get space back on yours?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so going through like a week and a half ago.
It's what we call
and-
side quests, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and looking through all the games, and there was a game that was just taking up so much space, and it was WWE 2K15,
Yeah.
and it's my son who plays it,
Mhm.
and he hadn't played the game in like probably 4 months. So
Until
I went and deleted it, and then I came back down maybe a day or two later and turned it on, and there it was, because he had decided to play the game and popped in the disc, and re-downloaded, installed everything. So
he was probably
Yeah.
miffed that he started it up and he's like, "What the hell? I gotta download this."
yeah, he came and slapped me.
Did he?
No, he didn't. But it was just kind of figures. But no, I mean, it's fun. I still wish that game had come to PC.
WWE?
No, well, that
Oh.
is on PC, Steve.
Oh, is it?
You can play that right now. 2K15.
I could.
What are you doing after this?
Playing one of the other
Time's that
things that I've bought. Huh?
Time's that over?
Speaking of premium of space, complete side note, but I got a Steam gift card for Christmas. One of the things I purchased was Elite Dangerous, which I don't know if we'll talk about later, and then the other was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah,
Holy shit, that game is 62 gigs.
yeah. That's on PS4.
No, PC.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
was.
huge game. I have
a
it installed on my
fucking
hard
huge
drive
game.
right now, and
It
yeah,
took like all night and then into the day to download that thing. But anyways, we can go back to MMO talk.
Wait, actually, I kind of wanted to ask you, Brent. We were kind of talking about MMOs, and he brought that up as an MMO. Would you consider that to be
Grand Theft Auto?
an MMO?
the online portion.
Oh, I'm not sure. I've
A lot of people kind of play. Yeah, from someone who has kind of watched it and played it a tiny bit, I could see kind of people considering that it's a persistent player character that you play, and you log into basically servers that have tons of people. So I guess it could be in that regard. I mean, it's way more of an MMO than like APB is.
Ooh,
Hey.
harsh. Meow.
hey.
Meow.
I'm not-
You know,
I'm
we
not-
actually are going to bring that up a little later. Have some things going on, but we'll.
What,
APB.
APB?
Oh, it might come up. It might come up.
we
We
know
got to
about
do our oddies. We are technically still in 2015 while recording this show, so we're going to do our of the year awards or call outs. More of a call out, really. A little bit later after we're done talking about what we're playing.
Hmm.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Someone, thank you, chat room. Jim Lesson said he would give us $25 if I showed my foot on camera. I'm probably not gonna do that.
I mean, that does sound like a good deal, though.
It does
my
sound
foot.
like a good deal, but we'd actually.
How do you know he meant you?
Was a she? And you guys
Oh.
are clearly men.
I didn't know he meant you.
Well, I assume that I'm the girl, and pronouns.
You
I
gonna fuck stuff?
I apologize, Slurms and or Jason. Do either of you identify with the pronoun for she?
For how much money?
$25.
$25.
25 stupid dollars, man. You could, you know what you could do? You could buy you a Guild Wars 2 jump card.
I could.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. But I don't think he paid attention to the fact that we don't have a donate button. So I'm not really sure how we'd get that $25.
I don't know if he was
I mean,
serious.
I'll show you my foot.
I'll show you my foot, but yeah. It's just a foot.
Don't show him your foot.
Why? Because it's weird now?
Yeah, because that's what he wants.
I haven't had a pedicure in so long it would scare
No,
him.
you're probably about to make him burst right now, even just saying that.
It's really bad. I don't want to do it.
He's gonna throw ropes if you say anymore.
Oh, ropes. That's another new thing Jason's saying is throwing ropes. You would
Yeah.
be amazed how many times he can work that into a conversation.
I'm really good at it.
Yeah. If you could put that on a resume.
Working on spilling seed.
That's gross.
That's gross.
No,
Yeah.
throwing ropes is the classy way.
Yeah.
Is
Come
it?
on,
Stressing
Slurms.
that.
Come on.
I don't know what you
No.
guys say down in Indiana.
Yeah.
That's after
here.
marshmallow and the coin slot, right?
Up here, we talk about ropes.
Lately, too, like actually by lately I mean today, and by today I mean 4 times today he said, munch me, bitch. And I'm like,
Whenever you made me mad.
I'm like, all
Ladies and
right.
gentlemen, welcome to the podcast, Brent Copeland.
Oh,
Hey!
what is up, sir?
Heard us talking about throwing ropes, and you're like, I want in.
I have to reset up our little thing here. Can we have a pause? We could do that. But to get you caught up real quick, what are you drinking?
Nothing. I thought I
Okay.
had some minutes, so I didn't actually grab a drink yet.
Do you want to go run and grab a drink, or do you not want to grab a drink?
I don't want to hold up the show anymore. I'm good.
Well, how about you tell us real quick what you've been playing?
I have been playing, oddly enough. I played WildStar, played EverQuest, and some WoW. And then Bioshock, which isn't an MMO, but there's that.
That's cool.
I was
Cool.
trying to be quick. Was
You
that
are
quick enough?
quick, yeah.
Was that too quick?
Which one has your love at the moment?
That's a tough one. I log in every day for WildStar, Guild Wars, and WoW because they have daily stuff that you do real quick and then you're done with it. And then EverQuest is kind of what I'm playing to try to level up and actually enjoy a game. So yeah, I guess EverQuest right now.
All right.
WildStar, I did the Christmas stuff. I was all by myself. It felt weird. I'm not sure they got enough people back there.
Yeah.
Or I was in an instance. I'm not sure. That's the kind of thing, like going back to a game and not really knowing what the hell's going on. Like, it's so confusing, like even what buttons do what, and you're like, I don't know where to find this stuff.
Yeah. I get that with
Yeah.
EverQuest a lot. When I went back, like
I
I'd
get
have
that
to
with about
Google.
every game I play.
Well, that's because we jump around so much, I think.
Exactly.
Okay.
They need like quick refreshers when you come back, and they're like, you haven't been here in a month. You might want to do this.
Yeah, like a show recap.
That would be great.
Previously
Actually,
be
on
awesome.
your playthrough of WildStar.
yeah, and you
While
could
you were
skip it.
gone.
Button to
Maybe you did, keep up on it, so you could skip it, and that would be awesome. That's a good idea. Recaps, ladies and gentlemen, MMO
right.
develop all you MMO developers listening to our show. Recaps kind of take into account the last time someone played and be like, hey,
Yeah.
here's a little blurb, and they can click. And 90% of the people are gonna click it off, not read it, and then complain that you didn't tell them about it. So.
exactly.
It's a waste of dev time. Go for it.
Yeah, total waste of time. We could do that. But to get you caught up real quick, what are you drinking?
Nothing. I thought I
Okay.
had some minutes, so I didn't actually grab a drink yet.
Do you want to go run and grab a drink, or do you not want to grab a drink?
I don't want to hold up the show anymore. I'm good.
How about you tell us real quick what you've been playing?
I have been playing, oddly enough. I played WildStar, played EverQuest, and some WoW, and then Bioshock, which isn't an MMO, but there's that.
That's cool.
I was trying to be quick. Was
You
that
are
quick enough?
quick, yeah.
Was that too quick?
Which one has your love at the moment?
That's a tough one. I log in every day for WildStar, Guild Wars, and WoW, because they have daily stuff that you do real quick and then you're done with it. And then EverQuest is kind of what I'm playing to try to level up and actually enjoy a game. So yeah, I guess EverQuest right now.
All right.
WildStar did the Christmas stuff. I was all by myself. It felt weird. I'm not sure they got enough people back there.
Yeah.
Or I was in an instance. I'm not sure. That's the kind of thing, like going back to a game and not really knowing what the hell's going on. Like, it's so confusing, like even what buttons do what, and you're like, I don't know where to find this stuff.
Yeah. I get that with
Yeah.
EverQuest a lot. When I went back, like
I
I'd
get
have to
that with about
Google.
every game I play.
Well, that's because we jump around so much, I think.
Exactly.
Okay.
They need like quick refreshers when you come back, and they're like, you haven't been here in a month. You might want to do this.
Yeah, like a show recap.
That would be great.
Previously
Actually,
on your playthrough of WildStar.
yeah, and you
While
could
you were
skip it.
gone.
Button to
Maybe you did, keep up on it, so you could skip it, and that would be awesome. That's a good idea. Recaps, ladies and gentlemen, MMO develop all you MMO developers listening to our show. Recaps kind of take into account the last time someone played and be like, hey, here's a little blurb, and they can click. And 90% of the people are going to click it off, not read it, and then complain that you didn't tell them about it. So
exactly.
The wasted dev time. Go for it.
yeah, total waste of time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the portion of the show we do once a year, our annual Audio Awards.
Have we done them before?
No,
Everything has to
All right.
start.
but I mean, we haven't been around a year yet for this show,
All right.
so it's
First annual.
yeah. I mean, it's not correct, but it's shut up and.
If you're listening to this, don't listen to the show from a
Don't
year ago.
listen. Yeah. Well, there won't be one. We're gonna start off, and we're gonna kind of round robin. I think.
Sure.
We'll do it in order of people on the screen. So we'll start with Steve, then go to Brent, then go to Jason, then go to me. But
It's a lot of pressure.
I know. But we're gonna start off with the drink of the year. Steve.
Drink of the year?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I was kind of thinking like a fun way to do this would be to count up what we said we drank, what we each drank, and then whichever one had the most like little ticks, that would be our MMO Show drink of the year. And I think clearly it would be the Who's Your Daddy's root beer.
Yeah.
No. Coney
No,
Island. root
Coney
beer for me.
Island. I'm sorry, it's the
Okay. It's one of these.
Who's your daddy's?
Yeah. Come on. That's
Who's your
already a
dad's
thing. I
root
love
beer?
that. Did you really not even think of that? You just said it?
you what? You said
planned
it like twice earlier.
What do you think?
I know.
Oh.
Okay. I'm just glad that that's a thing, though.
It's a thing now. Yeah.
They do have not your father's root beer.
Yeah, that's
Do they?
that's the
Okay.
play on that. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's
Um,
I could already spoiler. That's my drink of the year, just because I have countless times laughed thinking of not just Slurms, but like just somebody getting a real drinking issue,
raging
with root beer.
alcoholism
Yeah,
off
just-
of root beer.
and like that's their you go get daddy a root beer, and just like drinking them before they go to work and crushing a
No,
can.
No, what I love is the person who it's not just they have to have in a root beer float. They're raging alcoholic.
That's the only way they
Root
can
beer
drink it.
floats, and they have to have like where's the vanilla ice cream?
Damn it, Sally, where is it?
give me some of that rum raisin to put in here.
Oh, there's floaties now. You can't use raisin.
I'm driving to the store, getting the shakes.
Get
'cause they-
violently angry about the fact that there's no vanilla ice cream for your root beer floats.
All they got's vanilla bean. This is bullshit.
And they're like, it's all straw.
Honey, just use the vanilla from the Neapolitan. It's not the
Not
same.
the same.
If I get an ounce of strawberry in there, it's fucked.
So we
That's good.
agree. What does that bring us?
It's not a better option, is it?
I know, no. I mean, I drink a lot of Merlot and Pinot Grigio through the shows, but I think for humor alone, we have to go with the fancy adult root beers for this year is our Drink of the Year award. Do we all agree unanimously?
Yep.
All right.
Congratulations, Coney Island, your hard root beer company.
Woo!
Coney Island Brewing.
Pineapple.
Gonna kind of.
Are we gonna send them a 6-pack of the beer?
I love your pineapple under the sea. That's so awesome.
Just should turn around so you can see the
Yeah, I like that.
doink.
Next up was our cheat of the year. Not an MMO, but it was so worth it. Steve, what was your pretty much game of the year that's not an MMO? What was your
Oh man.
game of the year?
Man.
Not an MMO. Yeah, it's a
I
big
am
one.
not prepared for this
Che-
category.
Just come on, give me something.
I don't know what that noise was.
Yeah.
I guess for me, probably Heroes of the Storm. I played that quite a bit in between MMOs.
Okay, that's a fair answer.
That's
Yeah.
one I get in fits with and like little kicks and play it, and I want to play more of that game. I want to actually play against people.
I actually want to fix my Blizzard account that's
One of these
completely
days I'll actually
corrupted.
play that multiplayer.
Yeah,
don't
I
pick
mean,
the
I play
healer.
it with
Don't pick the
people,
healer.
like on my team, but I don't have the too much anxiety to play it against people.
Just
You have
imagine that they're
so
robots.
many Asian.
I've got to like level 15 playing.
For a guy who's on a
That's so
podcast about multiplayer games, you have issues like severe, debilitating gameplay issues. But
I don't like to let my team down. I don't care about other like the team I'm playing against. I don't care
You
about
can
losing.
still do that versus the computer, so what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I play with
That
people
makes sense.
against the computer.
All right. You know what? This problem is a topic for the show all on
We're
its
gonna have
own.
a whole
Yeah.
episode about your
So
issues.
we're gonna move on to Brent. What was your cheat of the year? Not an MMO, but oh my god, love the game. Your game of the year, not an MMO.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Smite. I mean, it's my go-to what I play when I'm not playing an MMO.
Yeah.
It's pretty much.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. It's a good one. That is one
Smite.
I actually have played Smite. I have never played Heroes of the Storm, but
I should play smart. It sounds like I'm actually going to be able to go to the SWC. I didn't get a ticket in time, but
what's the SWC?
it's the Smite World Championships.
What?
Next week. It's just about 3 hours away, but
Where's it at?
Guy, Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, that's really close to you.
Hot Atlanta?
Atlanta, yeah, and the Ragin, who I do a Smite podcast with, said, "Hey, got an extra ticket, and I've got an extra bed in my room."
You
I
are
don't know how I'm gonna
so
have to pay for
lucky.
it.
He's lying to you about the extra bed.
Dude, I asked for 2 queens. I don't know.
Oh, it's so.
You just got this one twin.
Well, maybe we snuggle up, see what happens.
Those aren't pillows.
So working that out, and that'll be a Smite Frenzy weekend where we'll.
That sounds awesome.
Mhm.
When is that?
Get some-
That's just next week.
Yeah, it's next week. Like I saw my
Wow.
wife last night. I was like, so apparently I got a free ticket to go out of town next weekend for 4 days.
Okay, so you won't be with us next weekend for the show, right?
Oh yeah.
Out.
Hey, what is that? Is that on Friday?
Yeah.
No, a different day.
But
Uh,
we'll maybe get an update from you when you get back too.
Maybe I could do a live call-in if I can get
Yeah.
Skype on the phone or something.
I really doubt we can organize the times. with
Calls
that.
from
we
that
can do
one
that.
bed.
I'll try.
Yeah, right.
see.
Right here from the Twin at the SWC. How's it going, Region? Tonight we're gonna call him
You
Raging
smell
Boner.
wonderful.
Yeah, you're gonna just be in tears. Like, come get me.
I should totally
rooster.
download that game again and try it out.
Smite. I bought it. Like I have like all the heroes and everything.
Yeah,
'cause
same.
yeah,
Same here.
it's a good game.
I really liked it.
It's one of
I
those
don't
games
know-
I'll only play it if you guys ask me to play it. Like that's not a game I would ever just go out and play with other people. I
Sure.
have to play with you guys or people I know because
Yeah.
I don't like people yelling at me for being incompetent, but I'm gonna be incompetent, so that's a problem.
I will say the one thing I
have a Smite night.
Smite Night.
Yeah,
Smite Night.
we actually missed our gameplay session last week, but that could be one of our next gameplay session things.
Yeah, I played a bunch of Smite before. I like Smite. I play it again.
I'll download it again. Sure.
Cool. I have it down. I got it. I never delete anything. But
No, you don't.
I know. I know. Jason, what is your cheat of the year? The best game of the year that's not an MMO. What is it?
Whew. I mean, I feel on the spot too.
I gave you you're third.
Yeah,
I'm
you've had
really
plenty of time to think about this.
I have plenty of time, right? I'm really, really shocked, kind of thinking back, that it is not Metal Gear Solid 5, but
Yeah?
for various reasons that I had issues with, like for how much I loved the core gameplay of that game, it kind of fell off the radar with me pretty fast. And I'm gonna say Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
What?
I have spent so much time with that game.
Really?
And yeah, it is amazing. It's probably the most fun I've had since Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood, and it's probably closer to Brotherhood of like maybe being my all-time favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Wow.
It is really, really well done. If you ever liked an Assassin's Creed game, I'd check it out if it's on sale. Like it's like right now I've seen it for like $20 on for the PC version.
And would
It's
you
really,
recommend
really good.
someone jump right into that one or
Yeah,
play the previous
You
ones?
don't need like it's so kind of segued off from the main storyline of what Assassin's Creed was. They kind of threw that main storyline away, which kind of bums me out. Because I did like part of that. But no, it's kind of just like a standalone set in Victorian London. You play as twin assassins. You get to play missions as the brother and the sister, and they both play differently and they both level up differently. And it's got some really good set piece assassin missions where it feels more like Hitman, where you get to kind of I'm gonna like you have to infiltrate a hospital in one, and you can either dress up as somebody or pretend to be a dead body or some other different things. It's really, really good. That's a game where I want to play in VR just to kind of explore the scenery.
Yeah.
But yeah, that game kind of caught me completely by surprise. And that's probably the game I've put maybe not the most hours in, but just played the most intensely.
Wow.
Very
I'll
interesting.
try that.
Cool.
So are you getting the DLC? I see they have a steampunk pack.
Oh, I end up buying the season pass because I had put so many hours into it, and
And that gets you everything if you get the season pass.
yeah, I think so. There is some crappy microtransaction stuff in it, but it is so not like you don't even need it. Like the amount of hours I put in, like it would have been a waste because I earned that stuff in game really easily.
Right. Well, I ask because I don't really do single player games. I haven't played them really in forever. And with this last sale, I started. I was going to get BioShock 2, and everybody was like, "Play BioShock 1 first."
Yeah.
And I was going to start putting videos up, and so I started playing it. It was a lot of fun, and I recorded an hour's worth, and absolutely had no audio for the game on any of it. So those videos won't be going up. But I had a lot of fun playing. So I wondered about Assassin's Creed. It's huge franchise. Hear it every year, every few years, some new one, and I just always wondered if it was a good game. So
Yeah, this is one like if you don't play this one, you got to go back to like 2 Brotherhood, which but I mean
Yeah.
those are kind of older games now. But yeah, this one definitely you don't need to play any of the other ones. The only other one, if you like pirate theme and battleship, Black Flag is a really good one. But no, you could go right into this one.
Okay. Very cool.
That is cool, Stu.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Shannon?
I don't know. I don't really play other games.
Is it Minecraft?
Well-
She's abandoning him.
No, I'm not
I
even.
don't like this topic.
not-
It's dumb.
Actually, that was great conversation. It was really well done, but I can't think of a game that came out this year that I've played that's not an MMO. Anybody like Jason? Can you think of a game I've played that came out this year? I play Clash of Clans regularly, and I play that. I war 3 times a week and run the clan. I play Minecraft regularly on a a server with some folks, which is not an MMO, but
No, you
definitely
played
not
Gone
new.
Home. That was last year.
What was that?
You played Gone Home as a last, but that was last
That
year.
was that's
2
a
years
while
or
ago.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's the last other game I can think of you playing.
Yeah, I can't think of a non-MMO that I've played this year that came out this year. I guess Smite technically didn't come out this year though, did it?
Uh,
Oh,
came out
actually,
about-
it did because it was in pre-release when we played it, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's in beta. I don't know if they came out before the SWC last year, or I would
wanna
almost
say that
assume they were out of beta.
Yeah,
But-
they've probably been out of beta at least a year.
I'll give you that one. That's still more recent than anything I have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't think of a game that isn't an MMO that's new this year that I played.
Technically, Smite released March 25th, 2014.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
Yeah,
we'll let it go. We'll let it go.
we're gonna let that one slide, guys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have anything else to say except for BioShock, and that came out 40 years ago. So
Yeah,
Something like that.
2007 maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Maybe.
going old school, and honestly, it kind of shows with how it works on a computer. But it's still a fun game. I was surprised.
Mm.
I'll shut up about it
BioShock
now.
released 2007, August 25th.
Yeah, 1 second.
Nice.
I am good with ears.
You're good with
Like,
ears. Like do you
ears,
nibble on
it's like-
them, and
Oh yeah,
is he really good with ears?
I'm good with those
He
too.
is.
He knows. Slurms knows.
I was about to ask Shannon. I don't know what I was thinking.
Sorry,
No,
what?
no, Slurms knows.
How he's good on nibbling ears.
What?
Yep, you know. You've
Yeah.
seen him do it with me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the only way I
was-
can sleep.
The
at
only
your
thing I can
house.
think of, the most recent thing I've played, I guess, would be Don't Starve Together, which is not an MMO.
It's true.
But is that, I don't know if it's even, is that
No.
technically out?
You played some of that. That's been out a while. You played some of the Star
Okay.
Wars mobile MMO thing.
Yeah, but I didn't like it, so I wouldn't even want to give, just because I
Well,
played it.
that-
I mean, that only wins by default because I played it this year. Like,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
that was
So
that
you-
was a bummer.
yeah.
What was the game? Weren't y'all streaming a game on the console that y'all were playing? That wasn't an
Oh, and
Oh, Until Dawn. That's right. I technically didn't touch the controllers, but I was.
You basically played it with.
I was making all the decisions. Yeah.
Full game.
I guess I could say Until Dawn. Is that okay for me to say since I didn't touch the controllers? I don't think.
Sure.
It is your choice. So
It was Choose Your Own Adventure. You were playing with me.
You chose someone else's adventure.
I did. I guess I'll go with
Did not
Until
choose
Dawn.
well.
No, we haven't
Bodies
finished that.
really started dropping in that game.
Well, anyway, Until Dawn. That's what I got.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick that. Okay, good. We got
Yeah.
off of that one.
Congratulations, Until Dawn.
That's just
I'm
mine.
gonna send you a copy of the game.
Um, your one night stand of the year, Steve. What is an MMO that you liked a lot for a very short time?
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay, that was. We all remember those one nighters, huh?
Yep.
Any reason why you kind of got into it? Probably for the experience with the story. I am assuming.
I was.
I'm reading a
super
lot
hyped-
into this. Yeah.
I was super hyped about the expansion coming,
Okay.
and it had been so long since I had played that I found myself really enjoying it and thinking, yeah, I can see myself getting back into this. It's Star
Yeah.
Wars. There's a new movie coming out. There's an
Yeah.
expansion for this coming out.
And then she wanted
This
to
is
hang out with
gonna
her
be my
friends,
jam.
and you
And
were
then I
like,
realized how
no.
much money I was paying for a single player experience.
Mm-hmm. Have you
So,
ever thought
yeah.
of playing the game with the free free to
No,
play?
just
Okay.
because you get such a benefit for paying
Yeah.
that without it, it seems like you're getting ripped off.
That is
sounds
so dumb. That is
It
the
sounds
dumbest. Yeah, that is
But
really
that's the way
dumb.
it feels for me.
All right. We'll move on. Brent, what is your one night stand of the year? An MMO you liked a lot for a very short amount of time.
I'm gonna have to go with Final Fantasy 14, or what was the
Yeah.
number?
Yeah, that's it.
Is that 14?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Wouldn't
you
mind
buy the
going back.
expansion on that, or did you just pay for the regular game?
There was an expansion.
That
Was
was
that the one I bought the expansion and got? No, that was Guild Wars, wasn't it?
That was
I
Guild
can't
Wars
remember
2.
how it worked.
That was Guild Wars 2. Yeah.
I think that was the one I actually bought twice. Like originally, I had bought the
Yeah.
collector's edition.
I
and
had
then
bought it
going
twice
back-
too. Don't worry. Everyone buys Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn twice because it's just too impossible to figure out any problems with your account. Hang on 1 second.
And then to cancel, apparently you just get your credit card stolen. That's the easiest way to cancel your account.
That works. Yeah, I that game is really good. But
Yeah.
God, it's a pain in the ass to try to pay them to play your game or to
Yeah.
play their game.
Well, and if everybody didn't run to Guild Wars 2, I would still play if it ever comes back
Yeah.
up.
And if Guild Wars the expansion didn't hit, I would probably be in the same boat.
Yeah.
I would probably either still be playing it or I would have at least played it for another month or two after.
I am saving my Final Fantasy probably for a later category, but I
Dun,
think
dun, dun.
it's
So-
odd. I think it's a fantastic game that I'm not playing, which is probably a category we should add.
Best MMO you're not playing.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that next.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. But anyway, Jason, what is your one night stand of the year? An MMO that you liked a lot for a very short time.
I'm probably gonna agree with Final Fantasy because those weeks that we did the weekly dungeon stuff was really good and harkened back to the classic kind of MMO group healer tank DPS dynamic, and I got to heal without a lot of anxiety, and that was cool. And I think the only reason that we kind of moved on was Guild Wars expansion, which I'm like expansion concern aside, I've really enjoyed going back to Guild Wars because that is probably the MMO I've enjoyed the most since Warhammer or even back to DAOC. But yeah, I'd be all for if we at some point went back to Final Fantasy and did. I'd be all for doing weekly stuff again.
Cool. Yeah, we had a great time when we were doing it. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right. My one night stand of the year is probably EverQuest Progression Server. I loved it. I was having a great time. I found a really nice
Oh, yeah.
guild, but no one was at my level. I couldn't really find
Yeah.
I really loved wallowing in all the nostalgia that was there, but the problem for me is I wanted to do it with people, and Brent was kind of like super leveled, way beyond me, and he had another character, but that would be my level, but we never were really online playing at the same time, so
Yeah.
it never really worked out, and so I was always soloing. And EverQuest is not a game to solo with. It's just not. So I had a really difficult time. My guild that I had found was really great. They were trying to come out. Like, one guy would just come and sit and buff me. He would just sit there and like buff me all the time. And it's like, that's not really what I want. I want to kind of have the experience with other people as we go, and I couldn't really find people to do that with. So for me, my one night stand of the year that I really think could have meant more was EverQuest, the progression server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Sad days.
Yeah.
And
Wah,
it's something where I
wah.
think I don't know if talk other people into playing on because the normal servers are free. Like you can
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can and you could almost do like a gentleman's agreement or a I don't know what to include all sexes in that what that would be, but a person's agreement,
A gentle
a
person's agreement.
gentle person's agreement
Lords
to
and
like
ladies. I don't
not
know.
go past whatever the current the original expansion, then kind of do a progression server yourself
Yeah.
within a
Yeah.
group and then play like weekly or
Because the
bi-weekly.
hardest part for me was like some people would be totally into it, and they were like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! I'm not paying money for this." And you're like,
Right.
"Oh," but it's a different experience too because your whole intro on the free servers, it's completely rewritten. There's like a whole tutorial that's in there that's not in the progression servers because that's not how the original EverQuest started.
Yeah, and you get armor and
Yeah,
weapons,
it's
bunch of other
it's
crazy
a
stuff.
totally different experience, really. But anyway, I guess you could finagle it if you really, really wanted to. All right. I guess we'll save the one for last that we kind of added in there. But now, the bummer of the year. What was the MMO that really let you down this year? Are we ready? Slurms.
Man,
And it can be like an expansion. Obviously it's an MMO that let you down, so it could be an expansion to something that came out this year.
let me down?
Yeah. The bummer that you had high hopes and it was like,
If you need a minute to think, I've already got mine.
Go
Yeah,
for
me
it.
too.
okay, Brent, what's yours?
World of Warcraft. Like,
Really? The
and not Draenor.
garrisons? Oh, okay.
Not Draenor. I mean, there is extent there that there was some letdown, but honestly, the direction they're going with the latest expansion, I thought, well, maybe they learned their lessons from garrisons because they basically made an MMO the most single player MMO in the world. And then it sounds like they're just kind of going down the same route. And then not only that, they're like making you the leader of your like druids, right? Like my
Mhm.
druid will be the leader of all the druids, and I'm like,
Every
got 10
druid
other
is
druids in my guild that are all now the leaders of the druids. Like, how is
okay.
this working even in any kind of context?
I
But
heard
then
about
you'll
that
be
and that
doing a
looked
lot of
weird.
stuff in your
Yeah.
druid room where you're the leader, and it's like all single play again to me. Like, I want that feel back. Where
You
where
want
you're
an
doing stuff
MMO.
with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have heard a lot of people kind of disappointed with just really getting bummed out the lowering subscription numbers and the dwindling because World of Warcraft really it wasn't for us, but for a lot of people it was the first MMO for so many people that are finally got into this genre. So we wouldn't have a lot of our friends and just people in the MMO community if it hadn't been for World of Warcraft to begin with. So, I mean, it opened up those
Yeah.
gates for a lot of people. So it's kind of sad to see this decline or this disappointment as it's
Yeah.
been going on.
Yeah. Well, and my son wanted it for Christmas, so
Yeah, how'd that go?
he ended up getting the expansion. And then another deal I made with him was that I would move one of my characters off his account because his account was full and he wanted to be able to make a new character. Well, I found out you have to have the same level expansion to move a character from one to the other.
So you had to buy the game.
So I had to buy the expansion for my
You were gonna
account.
anyway. I mean,
Oh my
really.
God. I
Once
probably
that
would
comes,
have
once that comes
eventually.
out, I'm gonna buy it. I just am. I always do. So we always go
Well,
back. Make
Well, then
gnomes.
we should do, if everybody does that, or if anybody does that, we should have like a leveling night and go level through the story content.
We all
and
have
stuff.
gnomes that Steve won't play, that we all play
Oh.
together.
That's sad.
You don't like gnomes?
Fuck gnomes.
I don't have a single alliance character on my account.
No.
Like I was about to because you get a free 100, and I was about
Yeah.
to make an alliance character, and I was just like,
You've never played Alliance.
no, alliance sucks.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
I've been horde, like diehard horde, like
Yeah.
since day one. Like my son will be like, my cut, or he doesn't.
The only
call him
thing
his
I'd play on
cousin.
Horde is Tauren. I love Tauren so much.
I like trolls.
Oh yeah,
I
trolls
bet
are
you
cool.
do.
Trolls are cool. What are the goblins? Goblins are cool. Undead's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yes.
Yeah, Undead's pretty cool.
Yeah. And the
Those are
evil
pretty cool.
elves are cool. I guess they have a lot of cool stuff. All right, never mind.
Yeah.
They have a lot of cool stuff. Cool. So that is your
Bummer.
bummer of the year.
Bummer.
Over, dude.
Now, Jason, you had one lined up. What is your bummer of the year?
Mine is Heart of Thorns. It's just
Is it?
yeah, it's
Guild
know,
Wars 2?
in hindsight, like I still love Guild
My
Wars
pen
2,
is
still
dead.
playing it.
Uh-huh.
It's just I was really looking forward to this expansion, and I just like we talked about earlier, I feel like I don't have any motivation to log in and do that stuff.
God, the more you say, the more I want to play right now.
Yeah.
I have a rebellious problem, don't I?
Yeah, you know. This is all reverse psychology.
Don't you
That's
tell
what
me
I.
can't like
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't actually, MMO jumped as much this year. It's
It's
I've-
been more a revisiting year for most
Yeah.
people, I
I
think,
mean,
just
there's
because of
not
all
as
the
many things.
expansions that happened.
yeah,
Not
not as many new
Sator.
things coming out.
Yeah, that too, obviously. All right, Steve, you've had some time. What's your bummer of the year?
I was torn. Part of it's Heart of Thorns because same things that we've brought
You guys
up
you were
before.
so excited for it, yeah. And now,
But I think there's enough there that I do like that, like with the elite specs and the Revenant class is really good.
yeah, yeah.
You're really liking-
See,
There's things I like about it, and I hope that they fix issues with it over time. But I was torn between that and APB because every time I go back and play that,
I was gonna actually. I had that as your one night stand.
oh, you thought, yeah,
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say that one as your one night stand.
but no,
Because when we
yeah.
went back to that was actually when we were doing multiplaying and we
Mhm.
had a night in
God, that was
APB.
That's
Like,
a good
Yeah.
We
game.
had how many people
it
did we
was.
have in that? Like 7?
We had a lot of people join in.
Was it like about 7 or 8?
That was a real fun night.
And we all logged in the same night. We all downloaded it, and we actually had a dev from the game come on and was like in our Twitch channel talking to us, and they were really great, and we had the best time.
But
And
that wasn't
Yeah.
a one night stand for me though, because I kept playing.
you did. That's true. You played. You were like having such a great time that night that you kept going, and I was just,
You're trying to recapture that magic.
And every time I think about it, I'm like,
it takes people though, and any MMO though,
Yeah.
I think it really takes a community. And so
Yeah.
if all of us 7, excuse me, had that same, like yes moment, and like we're playing and stuff, I think that could have carried on. It's just we took it
And-
for what it was, and
Yeah, I kind of knew there was.
as a one
yeah.
night stand.
and that's
Yeah.
why it was my bummer because
Yeah.
I do like so much about that game.
It's an amazing game, and there's way more to it than I
Such a
think
fucking
people
weird game.
that people give it
It
credit
is
for.
so-
And
so
it's
dumb.
for me, I don't ever think I could get really like. I mean, I was sitting there. I was a police officer. I'm shooting people in the head. Like it was
Yeah.
really bizarre. And I loved like sitting on the
Pretty
the
boss.
car. Yeah, it was pretty boss. ABB Reloaded, pretty boss. Our boss game of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Boss. And I would have like kept playing it except for like Punk Buster or something broke and like I wouldn't let me log in and
Oh, that's a mess. Yeah.
and yeah, and then like barrier to entry, like if it's like higher than like an inch, I'm like done with it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
no.
there's too much other
Just-
crap I can play.
Exactly. Yep. I get that. Hang on one
Yep.
second. Hang on.
And then GTA 5 came out. Like, okay, what's the point of that now?
And I just got done downloading that.
GTA 5?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, dude, let's play some. I'll show you where
I've
the
got
strip
it.
club is.
I've got it too. Slurms. My word of advice to really enjoy that game,
Yeah.
at least how I have kind of enjoyed it. I'm talking about the single player. I haven't really I've touched these multiplayer stuff a little bit, but go first person camera. Like it's not
That
on by
works, yeah.
default, but that makes that game so like I've played it third person for a while and then went back and tried to play it first person and just you're so much more immersed in it
Yeah.
in first person mode. Like you may have to set your camera to go third person when driving, because while first person driving, they do kind of a really good job where you're sitting in the car and looking at the radio and everything. It's not super practical, but you
Yeah.
can set it to where when you get out of the car, it goes right back to first person.
Are you doing mouse and keyboard?
Yeah.
Really?
The lining up like your gun and everything is just a lot easier. In that game,
If you can switch though between the two, like driving is so much easier with like an Xbox controller.
oh yeah,
But
you can totally
it's a
do
pain
that.
to switch.
I know. I think you can just pick up the controller and start using it.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Maybe I might have had a USB port issue or something, because I just remember having to like switch out either the mouse or the controller, like depending on what was happening.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I remember. I think I remember doing that. I just got used to using the keyboard to drive, and it wasn't that much of an issue. But I'm pretty sure you can just pick it up and it recognizes it and switches, and you can set it back down and go back to first person.
Maybe I'll just try going through the whole game with the Steam controller.
Or you could be a crazy person and do that. Yeah.
Try that.
Crazy, insane.
Are we still talking about APP Reloaded?
No.
Oh, what are we talking about right
what's no one knows. What's the next?
There's another category.
now? I didn't get to do mine.
Oh, sorry.
Here comes the category.
Uh,
Shannon.
Watch out, Shannon! Here comes your pick.
my bummer of the year, the MMO that really let me down, was Tree of Life.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Anyone remember this?
Tree of Life.
Tree of Life. It was on Greenlight on Steam.
Yeah, that was like a big thing. Like like most things.
For like a
But it was
minute.
cool.
Yeah, and you could get early access. I don't even think it's technically out yet. It's by a very, very, very small team, and it was very survivalist and really a charming little game. But it requires you to be on constantly. Like, it requires some level of immersion where you are going to be invested in this game constantly as well. And I kept moving from like group to group, trying to find a little home, and I finally found one, and then I didn't log in again. Because at a certain point, like, I realized like I'd been gone 2 days, so all the stuff I made is gone because someone else had to have come into the area and torn it apart, and mobs just come in and destroy your stuff, and it's
Crazy.
it was a good game, and I wanted to get into it so bad, but then it just kind of fizzled. I actually don't hear anything about it anymore. Did anybody
Well,
else?
there's an adventure pack.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just these games, like watching just the video for these, strike me, and just they just always make me ask, what the hell is Minecraft doing?
What?
Like, it seems like so many games are so far ahead of like where Minecraft is. And
How is it
Minecraft
still
is still
so
so
dominant?
much more enjoyable sometimes than some of these. And so they may have hit on something that it's like, it may be more simple, but it's, people enjoy it more because it's more simple. Maybe, I don't know. It's odd.
I think the reason why I think the one thing that really hurt me for Tree of Life was that mobs could come in and destroy, and people could come in and destroy your areas, which is one thing, but mobs would just come in and attack and destroy your stuff. So it would be like if in Minecraft, which
Just creepers came in and blew it up without
for no reason, like you're not even online. Yeah, like So it's like
that's all it was online. Like you could
Yeah. It was all online. It's like an MMO. It's a one server, so everyone was together. So very community type of focused game in terms of how you worked out the rules of your new society. But I really liked all of that stuff. The only thing that really, really set me off was pretty much mobs coming in and tearing things up, because
Yeah.
the people coming in and tearing things up wasn't such a bad deal, because, you know, if you knew so and so from that clan tore up your stuff, well, your clan's gonna go over there and kick their clan's butt. And I like that aspect of the game, you know, the community kind of policing itself type of thing. Like, I like that, but it's like, well, no, just a mob came and tore up everything you built yesterday. You were gone for a day. It's gone.
A wizard did it. Just like some random
Wizard.
Well,
gone.
It was the Force.
Yeah.
Force did it. So I guess that was my bummer of the year. I really like the idea of it,
God, I
and
completely
you know,
forgot that game existed.
I know. I think a lot of people did. I don't know. I should probably pop into it and see what changes they made, because I was really focused on that game for a little while there. But I don't know. I'm not really sure what happened. I started playing other things that weren't so frustrating.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, that's the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Waste
Yeah.
time on something that you found really frustrating.
Are we ready for the big award?
Yeah.
The Boner of the Year award.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
That's too crass. I don't like that.
Well, I don't care.
I already tweeted it.
The Boner of the
Hashtag
Year.
boner of the year.
I cringe at the responses you're gonna get.
Don't click on that hashtag.
No. What was the MMO really had you going this year? Who has an answer? Wow.
Well, I mean, I'm just
APB
gonna-
reload.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, that was your bummer of the year.
Well, you know what they
Look.
say: the thing that you like the most, you hate the most, or something like that.
Yeah.
For a
I guess.
fleeting moment. Mine's really a toss-up between Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy 14, because I got into both pretty much equally as much as hardcore. And that was for most of the first half of the year. I wasn't playing a lot of MMOs.
Yeah.
I was jumping around a lot, and then the last half of the year, it was pretty much Final Fantasy 14 and Guild Wars 2.
Gotcha.
I got into both probably, like I said, equally. I'm still playing Guild Wars 2 though, so I'm gonna give it to Guild Wars 2.
All right. Guild Wars 2 has your boner
Of the year.
of the year. Brent.
Bomb, 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 bomb. It's actually kind of sad, and it
It's a
probably
sad boner of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it needs
It's
some
like a
energy to
limp
get this
boner.
one back up.
Such a
because
limp
it's-
award.
It's more of a
progression
boil
server.
over.
It's
Aw.
definitely EverQuest, the progression server stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if I'm just jaded against MMOs and what WoW has done to all the MMOs, but just I have not had as much fun in an MMO that brought back kind of the feelings of why I started playing the genre in the first place until the progression servers came out, and just reinforced all the reasons why I like MMOs. And I don't see another MMO really tackling the same things, and it's probably because they never got that big. But hopefully, MMO one day
Cool.
we'll get boner.
Boner of the year. EverQuest progression. That's cool. That was my good one night stand. So that's good things. Jason, what is your boner of the year award for an
Have you
MMO?
guys ever heard of an MMO called Horizons?
Oh, God. Wait, it's not called that anymore. What's it called now?
Hysteria. No, but that's not it. That game is still going though.
Wait,
uh,
what?
Yeah,
I
you
remember
want-
Horizons. What is it now?
it's
called Hysteria?
Hysteria. Hysteria.
It's on the
It,
screen.
it is still going. And if you ever go check out the message board, I haven't checked it out in a long time, but I remember it just being a really surreal kind of trip back in time. Like people are still posting, like not a lot, but it was just really weird to see people still into that. I don't know. Like honestly, I think I jumped around a little bit in MMOs this year, but not a ton. And I guess it's either a tie. Well, I guess it's a tie between Guild Wars and 2 and Final Fantasy because
Same for
I
you.
had fun in both. I
Yeah.
look forward to Final Fantasy again. I definitely still enjoy Guild Wars 2, and I'm still logging in and playing fairly regularly.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. That like a tie between those two, maybe Elite Dangerous coming in right after, if you even consider that an MMO.
Is it
You can
And
play
it's
it
on
as an
sale
MMO.
for $14.99 right now. So
Elite
if
Dangerous?
you're looking to get into
Excuse
it,
me, I had the hiccups.
Yeah, the base game, yeah, is $14.99. You can play that like in a big open server. The character stuff kind of works like Starbound, where you can log in. At least what I remember Starbound working. I think Shannon, you made that comparison when I described it.
I was asking you if it was like Starbound because what I want to do in a space simulator is go to different planets and explore and craft and build things and take elements from one planet that you can't get anywhere else and like take them to
Okay.
another planet and craft something and have these. For me, it'd be more of a exploring, crafting type of game, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that's how it is. But what I was likening it to Starbound with was the fact that your character, whether you play in single player or multiplayer or wherever you play multiplayer, is the same character,
Yeah, and
which is
that's
how Starbound works. And I like
right.
Starbound a lot.
So that's kind of where I compare it to an MMO because you can log in single player with that character, or you can log into a big open server type situation, or even a large private group that is has thousands of members.
A lot of
Uh,
people lately are saying, "Why are you waiting for Star Citizen? We have Elite Dangerous."
Right, because
Well,
they added some
what
of
did
some
I
of the
do
planet
wrong?
Yeah.
stuff.
What did I do wrong when I played? I did something wrong because
I've never played. I don't know.
I just remember logging in and like getting on my ship, and then I was just in the middle of space, and there I was, and I had
So
no clue what to do. Like,
so that
I might get it again.
it you have to have a plan when you leave. You definitely can go explore, but you have to be cognizant of where you are in relation to a friendly docking station where you can refuel, or you have to have mechanics installed on your ship to allow you to refuel from like a star out in open space. So
I heard
you
on
can't just go. You don't want to just go explore without a plan because you're going to end up stranded and then you're going to freeze to death.
yeah, I heard on MMO Reporter, actually on their podcast I was listening to, and they were talking about how the one guy actually like ran out of fuel like within just like 3 miles. I don't know. It was really close to the docking station. Like he didn't even get to dock, but
Did he get a
was-
fuel rat though?
He got like I guess they're called fuel rats or something
Yeah,
like that,
totally.
and it's people in the community, and it's basically. I mean, I'm gonna give it word because I have not played Elite Dangerous, so I'm gonna give it words that I understand as an MMO player. But basically, it's like this community of people who just agree to go around giving free fuel to stranded players. So if you can get a message to the fuel rats, they'll come out and give you fuel so you can go ahead and go and dock.
Yeah,
Like
there are
And
AAA.
You
there are
don't
a
pay
ton of
them.
people
You don't. But it's amazing
like that.
that this little helpful community, like that's all they're doing is like that's how they spend their game time is like who needs help? Okay, let's go in. We have a team over here in this region. Let's send them out, and that's so
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
basically
that's one of the comforting things about playing that game single player. So if I'm like working and I want to be able to pause the game and do whatever, I might play single player, and I know if I end up in that type of situation, I can log out and then log back into like the open server situation and then ask for help. I can probably get it. But yeah, there is a whole uh, core of players who, because that game's all about, do you want to be a trader? Do you want to be a smuggler? Do you want to go out and be a bounty hunter, or just a
can I go to an area and like build a base, or is the base my ship?
So they have added ground stuff. I honestly, I don't think you can, and I haven't done a ton of that. I don't think you can build bases on the ground
'Cause
yet.
what I would really like is kind of like survival type of game, on a planet, like trying to get my water
Yeah,
updated.
this is not that.
Yeah, I would kind of like
Yeah.
that part of the game.
Don't break your water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That epic tragedy on our chat asks, "Am I the only one who wants a decent permadeath MMO?" I would not be opposed to that if it was like. I mean, I have no problem with that because that would be pretty cool if like you died, you had to start all over. Like if it was a game where progression wasn't an issue, like maybe there are no levels. Maybe they have a different progression system where levels aren't an issue, so it doesn't matter. You can still play with your friends, but maybe you lose your stuff or whatever. I don't know. I'm not.
Or a game where there is some sort of progression, but it doesn't have to do with your level, and it doesn't necessarily.
Like you lose all of your sword fighting techniques or something. I don't
Something
know.
like I would like a game where there is
Still
permadeath
levels,
to
really.
a point, but maybe there is something that you're gaining when you are out with that character. That that character's dead now,
And you have to
so
start a
you're
new
losing
character
a massive amount, but then
of something.
there's something that you've
Your
gained.
bank
in that
would be
time.
gone, right? I mean, permadeath. So
Maybe. I'm not sure. I would like there to still be something that you're working towards in the background.
you'd have to make it so that you can still game with your friends. So I would think levels would have to not be an issue, so that when you started over with a new character, you weren't like, "Well, screw this."
Right.
Because if you make it too hard to engage with the community that you've grown to love, that's the whole point of an MMO, right? Well, I mean, that's the whole point for me. I guess I shouldn't project that on other people, but
No, and I think
every time.
this is a perfect thing for established games to do on like shards. Like EverQuest actually did this one time. It was right before the release of some new server. They said, "Okay, we're going to open up a new server. It's PvP, a single life, permadeath."
Yeah.
And you logged in, and it was some of the most it was a lot of fun. I mean, you didn't get past level 5 or 6 a lot because you know how hard EverQuest is to begin with. But now you're like playing, and
other people are just swatting you down.
Yeah, well, not really, because everybody kind of wanted to level too, and you would have some people who would go after you, but it was still kind of this. It was more of a community type thing where it's like people would kind of gang up on people who were like PKers.
Oh, that's
would,
awesome.
try to kill people.
See, that's what I like. I mean, of course, you're going to have this element that becomes PKers and goes crazy on people, but then I like that eventually there evolves a group that bands together. And, like, that's the part of MMOs I really like.
And doing dungeons, like it's not normal where it's like, "Oh, crap, I lost a little bit of experience. I just lost a 20th level character.
I'm done and I have to start all over."
EverQuest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. It's not there anymore, so apparently maybe not enough
People got tired of it.
But I think there is something there, and I think if you did it with an established game where you kind of know all the rules of the mechanics of the game going in, and maybe you're even almost sick of the game itself, it adds a new dimension to it that's just crazy and keep people interested in your game until the next expansion.
Yeah. Surprises. I kind of thought, Jason, I thought your one night stand of the year would have been Marvel Heroes.
I thought about that, but that was my first instinct to answer. But then the more I thought of it, that I played that game for a long time before coming to the realization that it was not for me. So it didn't feel like a one night stand. It felt like a year and a half stand kind of coming to an end. A relationship that I knew wasn't working, and I kept going back to it.
All right.
Bad relationship.
Another one. Anyone have thoughts on Skyforge? It really hit big, and then, right? Like, I haven't heard jack
I totally
about
forgot
it.
about that game.
I forgot. I
I know
streamed that a couple
you
times.
streamed it. You were checking it out, but then there was nothing bad about it.
It never clicked with me though.
Okay.
It felt like a combat arena game that wasn't an MMO.
All right. Another one. I guess that it's not really a bummer of this year. It'd be Arcade for me. I guess it would be a longer term.
What were you not happy with how that turned out?
I swear I've heard that question a few times.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see. Greatest MMO you're not playing. For me, Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, it's probably mine
That's a
too.
good one.
I have no logical reason why I'm not playing that game.
No,
is-
and every time I read someone talking about stuff in PvP, and it's like,
I should
God,
be,
I should
I should be
fucking play that
playing
game.
that. Yeah, like I should be playing Elder Scrolls Online. Like that is, for me, that is the greatest game I'm not playing
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
There's something keeping me away from that, and I don't know what it is.
I also hear so many people talk about Secret World.
I
But-
know why.
Now
I'm
that
not
I,
playing
yeah,
it.
I know, playing
The
that.
combat is why I
The
wasn't
combat
The-
and the way my character runs,
Uh,
the fucking dumbest
the
looking
way everything
animation for a
the
run.
way it controls is awkward for me, and I can get past that eventually, I guess. But then eventually, what wears me down is that it's a bit too bleak for me.
I don't mind the
mind
bleakness.
that. I kind of liked the setting and storyline, but the combat in that was
I kind of like how much of a piece of shit everything seems.
yeah.
I love the concept of the game though. How there's
Makes
this
my
like
whole life
underworld
look
and
a little bit
everything,
better.
and they tap into like all sorts of dark, creepy lore and stuff. A little bit more than H1. H1Z1's just a zombie survival game, which I could have been my one night stand of the year too.
Yeah, you were all in.
For that whole weekend, like I lived, like that's all I did. I wake up, get coffee, sit and play H1Z1, and
Wow.
yeah, for like
And that's
3
permadeath.
whole days. But it was like 3 whole days where I'm like staying up till 3 a.m. and then crawling to bed
Jesus.
and then getting up and like playing again because yeah, I really really liked
You
it. And
became the zombie.
it was not that bad, but it was also like okay, I learned I know the whole map now. I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly how to build everything. I don't know. And then I fizzled on it. Well, part of the problem for me too was at the time they didn't have a girl
Oh,
voice or body
Yeah.
or whatever, and so my voice would come out and then everyone would freak out and got weird. But I'm sure now there's probably like a lot of people playing, so it's not a big deal. Yeah.
Did y'all ever do any of the like Arma 3 mods?
no.
No,
Like Pakistani Life, things like that. Those were
Mhm.
crazy. Like it was like trying to emulate real life and stuff. So there's like people like I don't know. It's like role playing server, bunch of Pakistani people. It was crazy. I think people should do it one night.
What is this?
It's Arma 3 is kind of like H1Z1. Like they have
Oh.
mods that basically do the same thing where you're running around killing zombies. But then they have other mods that are just like they take the assets from Arma 3, which is like a military game, and just it's people role playing Pakistanis. So they're sitting around like trying to do jobs, and there's like police force that's like actively going after people who like may shoot people or just break a law in town. Like the cops are and they're on their own channel like talking to each other, and so they're like coming in, they're like, okay, everybody freeze, and like all the non-cops are like, oh, we're freezing, but then those like it's just craziness, but it's a lot of fun and silliness.
Huh.
That
Yeah,
sounds
no,
weird.
I'm always tempted to get that game when it's on sale. I can never pull the trigger.
I'd never even heard of it.
It's they've got some good like hunger games type games too, so you can get on servers that like the map you're hunting for weapons real fast, and the map keeps getting smaller and smaller until your group's like all together until last person standing. That's a fun mode. But it's got a lot of stuff like that.
Cool.
H1Z, is it Z1? N1 was the
H1Z1 is the zombie one.
I've wanted to play that, so it's
I liked it. It was decent. You found stuff. You gathered weapons. You crafted stuff, and then you killed people.
and it's single life though.
Nope. It depends on the server.
Oh, okay.
They have different servers with different rule sets, and so you could kind of you die, but you could choose whether or not you retained like your memories of all the crafting stuff that you had learned. Like
But you
that
lost
would be
all
the
your equipment.
I can't remember if that was a setting I chose on the server or if that was not optional. I don't know. They have like 3 or 4 different like server options. There's like you'd kind of have to like pick and choose like which ones you wanted to do. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know, it's worth. I don't know how much it is right now at this point.
It's
But-
on sale on the Steam sale.
How much?
Well, I'm not on the page. So I don't
Oh,
know.
okay, well, it's-
$12.99,
Oh, I would say it's worth it.
and it's by Daybreak too, right?
Yep. Yep.
It was the people who do EverQuest now.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Wait, does that mean I get it for free if I'm paying for EverQuest?
Oh, no, I think
No.
because it's still in
Probably
early
not.
access, you don't.
Bastards.
Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. I think we're gonna call that a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of our first ever audio awards?
I
think
think
it's
we
good.
deserve an
I
award.
think we made
for
some
it.
smart choices.
Yeah, I think we did
We
well.
didn't go over best podcast award.
Oh, I forgot to do best podcast award. I nominate the MMO Show. What do you guys think?
I like the MMO show,
Yeah. What do you, Jason?
but don't listen to the last one.
Not the last
Yep.
one.
I
Or the one
only-
before that.
I
Or
only
none of the
nominate
ones.
this one, not the last one.
But well, not individual episodes, but overall, would you? What's
Yeah,
Next
as long
episode.
as you're not listening to any of the other ones.
no?
just this
You
one.
know what? Listen to the next show. It's gonna be good,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and that's.
it's going to be the best.
I mean, we've really just started this show, so we're kind of buffering out a lot of issues at this point.
100 episodes in, we'll still say.
And listen to it. Don't listen to that last.
Don't listen to that show. And it's probably like we say it like to be funny, but it's probably not good to tell people like that we have no faith in our shows.
No, I think it's fun.
Is it all right? Is it okay to be
Yeah.
humble? Shouldn't we be talking
yeah.
ourselves up or something?
No,
No?
we
Good.
suck so bad.
I don't know if we suck so bad. I like doing this, so that's why I do it. But
Exactly.
And that's why it's so good. Is we all like doing it.
there you go. All right. So,
All right.
you call it, sir.
Hey, everybody. Have a happy new year. And get the fuck out of here.
That was a long pause. Were you waiting for us to join in?
Said like a
Fuck it.
pro.
Put that to bed. Let's log off.
Show is in the can. Thanks for listening to the MMO Show. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to email.themmoshow@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and various other social media at The MMO Show, and visit our website at themmoshow.com. I don't know if I'm into this anymore.
Now let's just cancel it.
Yeah.
This podcast is part of the Game and Entertainment Network. Visit tgenetwork.net to find the latest episodes from all our shows.